Just wait a second, see if we're live, yay! Hang on a second, I want to edit the description. Just a little bit. So all I did last night was just toss the GitHub link in there. Okay, got that saved. Okay, put a little description there. Alright guys, we are back for some more Redux editing. Last night what we did, we got the code in release ready state. But I was rewatching the stream and I realized a lot of stuff that I missed. I mean, the mission's good to go right now, but there's some stuff I could test tonight. And first thing we're going to do is go find Discord. Discord, where are you? There you are. Okay, so let's go to my Discord. Alright, let's go to our to-do list, because we always make to-do lists before we get started. This is just our brainstorming session. Alright, we're going to do a test. New heli spawn code. And I'll explain that to you guys in just a second. And to do test new AI Vic spawning code. Okay, those are two things we're going to do tonight. So this might be a super short live stream if things don't work. Might be pretty long. As I was saying there, it might be pretty long if the stuff actually works. And I can get this working. So let's talk what I noticed when I was watching the live stream last night. So what's one I don't need? Mission FQM. Okay, so we're going to go through process client requests. Can't collide. So this was, we spent a lot of time talking about this code block right here, this else statement, where the helicopter spawns on position player, then we had all these other parameters, can't collide. I realized I totally messed up when I was telling you guys about this last night, so I can zoom this in for you a little bit. Boom. Okay. I might be able to leave it like that for the whole time. Yeah, it should be a little easier for you guys to see now. So this can collide. This was the Pandora's box that GamerDad changed like back in April that clued me into all this stuff. But during this live stream, I pulled up the create vehicle wiki, like so. And if you remember, I said can't collide meant so as I was saying, I misspoke. I said can't collide meant the code was going to look for somewhere to place the object where it will not intersect with another 3D object. You can see here, zoom this in a little bit too for you. Can collide places vehicle at a given position subject to other placement parameters without checking if other objects can cross its 3D model. And when I saw that in the live stream, I was like, oh, I'm a retard. That's why, so if you guys remember when I used my little cheat code, if we go back to Discord. So I go to my spawn codes. And you can see here, I'm using create vehicle, and I'm creating vehicle at position player. And I don't add any other parameters at all. And the game engine's taking care of the rest. Because literally all I'm doing is saying, hey, make a vehicle. So, and the tank never spawns on my head when I do it that way, because I'm leaving all these other, like literally all I'm doing is giving it a position, the create vehicle command a position, and I'm leaving all these other parameters of the array out. So it's like, huh. And also during the live stream at the very beginning, I said I was trying to replicate. I had like this code pasted into the debug console because I said I was trying to replicate the Redux code in the debug screen so I could debug things faster in game. But I was like, wait a second, what if I try to make the Redux code like my little cheat code to spawn things in? Because originally you didn't want to do that because the helicopters were spawning and flying and stuff. But if I could just use this code, which seems to have built-in protections for all the stuff we need, I might be able to get helicopters working on the carrier. And then we're going to test that by going into Kovala and see if we can spawn the slammer on a static object. So if I can do that, then we might be Gucci. Then all I have to do is make the Redux code repeat my little spawn cheat code here. And if I can do that, then in theory we'll have airplanes working on carriers and stuff. It's all theory right now. I don't know if it's actually going to work, but we're going to go test it. So our first round of testing, go to temp. Just going to be leaving this at 50,000 all night. Can't do that. 50,000 all night. Boom. Picked up some armor 3. Then later on, I think I have an idea to make a fail-safe way to test the AI vehicle spawning. So if I can come up with a fail-safe way that's not going to negatively impact like the live server, but like get some testing data on it, that's going to be really good. Like really, really good. But I need to make sure it's fail-safe. What happened to Arma, dude? Oh. Please start the game. Also adjusted my noise gates a little bit on my microphone, so you shouldn't hear my music playing in the background, and you shouldn't hear me breathing nearly as much. Actually, I'm looking at it right now. You definitely still hear my music. Oh well. Not willing to turn my music down while I mess around with stuff. Pretty funny too, because it's not actually music playing through speakers on my other computer. Like I pipe the music into my like work PC, and I play it through my headphones, and I actually have it up loud enough where my microphone's picking it up through my headphones. Okay, always check profile. Okay, tethered. Okay, let's load up Redux. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to spawn cycle till we get Neri, and then we're gonna take a tank over to the docks on Neri, and we're gonna do a no players assigned. Okay, whatever. I think last night we were testing Kovala as Op4, so tonight what we're going to do is Blue4. Nope. Okay, so we'll start the drinking game for you guys, not me, but oh, that's tempting. I have to go through Agla Quarry, and yeah, I'm not doing that to get the koala. That's actually the first time I've gotten power plant spawn, and I've literally started hundreds of games. Ooh. Oh, that yellow, dude. Let's do it.
Warlords protocol
Okay, this will make sense what I'm doing in just a second.
for the next sector. Select sector. Select sector.
I don't actually have to take Cavallo to test this out.
Sector selected.
I could just go land out on the aircraft carrier. Send me our flight path. What's that, guys? There's a flight plan in here real quick. Okay, gotta work. This could be our slowdown point. Oh no, that's not the one I want. Yeah, that's not gonna be our slowdown point. Okay, Savvy Island is gonna be our slowdown point. And then we'll be making an approach to the far side of the carrier. It's cool, you can see it on the map. Hey, we got a black line. Let's go. This actually be a pretty long flight coming into here on. Oh, and I don't have my mouse set up. This is bad. Hang on, we're gonna commit a sin here. I'm gonna turn auto hover on. Okay, got the mouse set up so I can actually control things. Power lines are marked, so we know where we have to be, and these are large power lines, so we need to be above like 30 meters or so. Okay, obstacles in 2 kilometers. Obstacles in sight. Well, 1 kilometer out, start the climb. We're at 30 meters. Take it up to 50 just to be safe. Okay, obstacle cleared. Let's look for what's next. Next obstacle marked. Okay, these are 10-meter power lines. Go low. Clear that obstacle. Try next. Okay, next power line's in sight, 1 kilometer out. It's gonna be 10-meter line, looks like 2 sets. Clear the second set, we got terrain ahead. Let's clear that, then we'll look for our next set of power lines. Okay, final set's gonna be at the coast. Death imminent. I got off the black line. That was stupid. Let's get back over towards the center line here so I don't have any more issues. Okay, we kind of blew through the center line there, but it's okay. And the next obstacle is going to be 10-meter power lines on the coast, and they are in sight. This is a little bit more fun than just spawn cycling. It's just something to let me fly around a helicopter for a little bit. Still get something productive done. Okay, we're currently right at center line, coming back. Gotta say, dude, you're on by far my favorite helicopter. This thing is a speed demon. Okay, we're gonna have terrain on our right and our left. Should be no factor as long as we stay on center line. Okay, we got our slow down point in sight. It's gonna be Savax Islander right up there. And LZ marked. LZ marked 1.8 kilometers out. Starting to slow down. Oh, dude, that is such an epic view. about to have our answer real quick on whether this is going to work. Might have been a little over aggressive when I slowed down there, but it's all good. We'll just cruise on in. Okay guys, are we ready? So what we're going to be doing here, we're going to be using my little tank spawn code. And if this lands on the deck without exploding or something, then we know like the default Arma engine has safeguards in place to stop things from spawning, like under this deck or down on the bottom of the ocean. And if that's the case, that means all I have to do is change the Warlords code to literally just say position player, and it's going to work. Are you ready? Hang on, I need to take a swig real quick. All right, 3, 2, 1. Alright, I talked about it being a short stream. My ideas didn't work. Yeah, this might have to be in a short stream. So there is likely a tank sitting on the bottom of the ocean over here. We'll see if we can find it. Oh, yeah. Does that look like a tank? I can't really tell. Water's too deep. I don't know if I spawn higher up there, what's gonna happen? Okay, this is likely gonna blow the Huron up, but let's go for it. What the hell? I'm just confused now, guys. Like, I should have spawned something. Oh, yeah. It's definitely spawning them in the water. So some are really shallow. Oh! That one ended up in the water for sure. Okay, we're just gonna need to go to Korbelz to test this properly. I can't actually see if the tanks are in the water. Though the fact that not on the deck is not a good sign right now, so this very well may be a very short stream. Okay, so we need to do some more spawn cycling till we get a Korbelz. That's definitely not Cavallo. Oh, this ain't looking good, guys. I think this may be one of those 50 resets in order to get near. What? This is why I don't play the Neri drinking game, because if I try to check a drink every time this failed, I'd be dead. Oh my god. It's gonna be one of them nights. Game's already like, nope, your solution, easy solution didn't work. Oh, really? I haven't even got anything close. Apparently it wants us to play out for. Oh, look at that. There's one town away. I should probably just go with that, but yeah, I'm not. I'd rather just click this restart button over and over. I almost feel like these bases are spawning too close together. Yay. Okay, I say that we get a pretty far spawn between bases. Cool. Okay, let's go take a Vala.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the
Something
next
else I remember during the live stream. So I don't have to drive my tank all the way over to
Select drop zone. Airdrop in progress.
I can just fast travel and just drop the tank right on top of myself. Actually, while we're here, let's just put some gear on.
Select destination. Destination selected.
And no matter what, we're going to be changing the helicopter spawn code to match, to stop having helicopter spawn on my head. But this is just kind of part of me, like, pre-testing stuff. let's activate the aimbot. Sector scan.
Incoming.
Yeah, kill them all.
Sector scan terminated.
No, my aimbot. Doesn't even see him. Sitting right in front of him. Oh yeah. You know what? Actually, don't. Okay, we know the guy that just shot us. That was that guy right here. I saw you shoot me, fool. That is definitely a high explosive round. Why is he shooting high explosive rounds at a tank? Better yet, how are they damaging the tanks? Even more important question. Mysteries the world may never know. Yeah, I think I can actually do this test without actually taking Kovala. I just need to get on this pier to see what happens when I spawn a tank on it. Swear to God, AI, if you let me die, we're not gonna be friends anymore.
Select sector. Incoming sector scan.
Okay, so I need to do it somewhere shallow enough where the tank's gonna blow up, but I can at least see the tank. Okay, that is not a promising result. Try over here. These tanks really don't like these docks, dude. Oh! Okay, that's 3 tanks in a row we spawned that blown up. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is a failure. Okay, so now let's go work on the helicopter code. Even though we're not gonna be able to get it to work on the aircraft carrier for now, we can, I think, stop it from spawning on our heads, which is good.
من مسئول جدیدم. موقعیت 0 4 0 1
Okay, let's go back to VS Code. And we are going to go to process client request. And I will show you exactly what we're going to do here. If I can find create vehicle. Okay, so the way the code currently reads, you can see here, create vehicle, class name, position player, can collide, and we have the other parameters here. We're going to leave those other parameters here because we just went into game and we proved, and what I was doing was, I'll show you. That highlighted part of the code was not there. What I was doing in game was spawning a vehicle at position player, and I was leaving the rest of this code out. But we're going to leave the rest of that code in because it's Warlords, and I don't want to break anything. But this can collide. We can see right here in the wiki without checking if other objects can cross its 3D model. But in game, we know we're spawning those tanks. And even though they were blowing up stuff, it wasn't because I was standing there. They don't actually spawn on my head. So we're going to change this to none. I feel like I should change all of these to none. I don't want any of these things spawning later. But for now, let's just do this one. If it becomes an issue later, we know how to change the other ones. Okay, so we've now changed the helicopter spawn code to position player and can collide none. So our expected behavior at this point is going to be similar to the tanks that I spawn, and it should not spawn on my head, but it should move itself away from me until it finds an open spot where it's not colliding with my 3D model. So no more helicopters on your head. And to test this, we just need to find any town with a heliport, which I'm gonna say is probably gonna be that hill up there, since I've gotten it like 5 times tonight already. Definitely gonna do this as blue 4 because I seem to have really good luck getting that heli spawn. Oh, close. That's one town away. Close again. No. Random. Really likes put blue on this side of the map tonight. Close, so close. This is my payment for having such good luck with new spawns last night. This game's like, oh, you liked last night? Yeah, we're just gonna keep giving you the same less than ideal spawns all night tonight. Really, game? That's weird that we've gotten this base pair twice, but opposite. That's one of the things I'm concerned about earlier when I was talking about where the bases are close. I'm concerned of moving the bases farther away from each other as it starts to, like, you're at the point of diminishing returns there, kinda. Like, if say I move the bases to 10 apart, you're now getting to the point where there's a really limited number of potential start bases. Right now you can see you can get a huge number, even with 8 spaces between the bases. You actually get a pretty good variety of base locations. Getting to the point, if I don't get one soon, I'm just gonna like play a game out real quick. Yep, we're playing this one out. I'm just gonna go take military.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
It's gonna be a bit of a...
Sector.
So unlike regular Warlords, remember earlier when I was talking about vehicles and spawn stuff being based on road segments?
Select drop zone.
This
Sector
military base,
selected.
it's really small. It doesn't have a lot of road segments, so it's actually incredibly easy to take. But it's also low value, like 9 CP. Even though it has, you know, huge strategic value, it's actual, like, CP and AI value is pretty, low in, Redux terms. Oh, I don't have loadouts on this profile for Blue 4, rather from last night.
Select destination. Destination selected.
Okay, let's get ourselves a tyke.
Get in that vehicle.
Okay, let's turn on our aimbot.
Select sector.
So scan aimbot, go!
Sector scan terminated.
Oh. I hope these dudes aren't AT. Yeah, I see a dude with AT. They totally didn't have very many dudes. I almost feel like how valuable this place is. We should probably increase the radius of that or something. Get more AI in there.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector.
Okay, where's something?
Select
There we go.
sector.
Okay, so expected action is not to spawn inside the helicopter,
Sector selected.
but it's gonna like spawn itself next to me. Because it's gonna be checking for 3D collision.
Select sector.
No whammies, baby. Look at that. It works. And no damage. Spawn a couple more just to check stuff. Oh, spawn blackfish.
Select sector.
Nice, didn't hit me either. Good job, Tonk.
Select sector.
Okay, that also didn't hit me. What happens if I call two right next to each other?
Select
theory, they should
sector.
deconflict themselves. It did. Oh. Oh, another one.
Select sector.
He deconflicted as well. Caught another one.
Select sector.
Ooh, he went somewhere else. I like this.
Select sector.
Haha, cool. Okay, we've solved the colliding helicopters problem. Good. That's about as good a testament as you can get that the game code is actually working the way it's supposed to. They are not colliding with each other. Even though I called every single one of these in on my exact same position. GG Arma Game Engine. Only time in my life I'm ever going to say that. Although it is kind of interesting. So technically the 3D models are not intersecting, but like the Huron's tall enough to sit right over the top of the little bird. So and yeah, I'm pretty convinced it doesn't include the rotors. Let's try it. Let's jump in the pilot seat and spin the rotors up. I'm 99% sure my rotors are going to collide with the back of that. What? Wow, dude. There literally must be like 1 millimeter of clearance between these two models. So there's no way I could possibly take off. Wow. Okay. Now that I'm here with those helicopters, I'm just screwing around for a couple minutes. Okay, I'm trying to remember how you do infills around that tower. Check this tower out real quick. It's been so long since I did like any King of the Hill stuff. Trying to remember how you get the Huron up there. Actually, I got an idea. I just keep my rotors above the tower. Boom. Nailed it. Yeah, I just did that first try. Okay, so we know the new helicopter spawn code works. Tested it pretty robustly. So we're going to go ahead and commit that because we know it works. And we're going to call the aircraft helicopter spawning on aircraft for now. Still a failure, which, you know, makes me sad, but we had an idea, it did not work, and we move on until we come up with a better idea. Okay, mission MQM, the camera moved. Everybody's shocked, but we're going to discard that. Okay, temp MQF, we're going to discard our cheat code. And we're going to review our actual commit here, which can collide to none. That's pretty funny, it saved the E from the can collide. It's just funny, dude. Okay, so what did we do? Helicopters no longer spawn on players' heads. No longer spawn on players' heads and get stuck. Okay, we're using added in-game or game engine safeguards into LE spawn code, which is what we did. Can't collide, we are ignoring the safeguards. None means it's actually looking for intersections. We proved that. Game. Let's explain it though, in case the next person doesn't know what I did. I.e. helis now check for 3D model collides before spawning. If they safe spot, if okay, that fully explains it. Helis will now check for 3D model collides before spawning, and we'll move to a safe spot if they're going to collide with an object. Okay, that completely explains what we did, and we know it works, so we're going to commit, and we're going to push. Okay, so let's go back to Discord, mark that as complete. Wasn't a total failure on the heli spawn code, it's now more robust than it was, which is good, and it's not spawning out your head, which is even better. Okay, so new AI vehicle spawning code. Okay, so we're going to go back to an idea that I tested last night, but first I'm going to take a break and go get a new drink. I'll be back and we'll start fresh with a complete new task. See you in a couple minutes. Okay, we are back, and time to work on the AI vehicle spawning code. So, even if we get this working, let's just go into the code and start talking about it. It's probably better than me giving you some fail-safe engineering rant about this. Okay, so populate sector. Alright, so let's go BI local FQF. So we're going to go here, we're going to search. I am looking for vers init. Here we go, got it. Okay, so we talked about this last night. It's very confusing because it's zoomed in. But if we look at populate sector, what's happening here? So it's looking to, when you like start an AO, it's looking at this initial if statement. So if the side is a exact, when you double equals means exact equal to this variable, Warlords local side, we see variable init means Warlord local side. So let's go find Warlords competing sides, although we already know this means op4 blue4. Let's go find exactly what it is in the code. Client init. So, and this is one of those just research rabbit holes things you gotta do. You just gotta do a global search and go through every single wow, this is all over the place in this code. There's 124 results and 54 files. Yeah, this is gonna be a rabbit hole. And a lot of times I just look up here at it says right here, but I always look up here. So handle respawn markers. Okay, I know that's probably not going to be where it's defined. This is an income script. This is the init common, which is like one of the big ones. It's just a lot of reading. Players list handle. And by the way, if we ever get like the variable AI units in, I think it's going to be using this variable right here, this all warlords thing. Just running a loop over this, like if less than 10, you know, have 8 AI, if more than 10 have, I don't know, 2 AI or something. Okay, respawn. I don't think respawn is going to help me, but apparently corpse is available. That's kind of morbid. Oh, I think I literally just stumbled on the part of the code that's breaking no way. This might actually be what's breaking the SAM site locally, because it has different codes for is dedicated versus is server. Because I'm running as a server and the live server is running as dedicated. Oh. I don't understand what's going on in that code, but at least I understand it. There's more code that's running different stuff. And it's spawn code too. Huh. And this is literally how I've learned like all the stuff that I know about Redux. It's just sitting in here at like 2 a.m. trying to find where these variables go. What is the difference? So if you guys can't see what's going on here, this is sector scan handle. So if is server, so this would be server. Down here is going to be a dedicated server, different code. And you'll see this a ton if you ever look through the Warlords code. If not, the exclamation mark means not. If not, Warlord mission end, do something something. Figure out what it's doing though. Okay, apparently if you're just playing on a server by yourself, it doesn't announce the sector scan and beep or something. Because that's part of the code down here that's different. Oh. Learn something new every day. Updating sector arrays. This probably is not. Sorry, I'm trying to understand what's actually going on in this code. Not 100% sure. Okay, so we're back at the version init. So this is where it's actually defined. Okay, so we got side arrays equal east, west, which is blue 4 off 4, and resistance. I think last night I called them gorilla, but yeah, same thing. Competing sides. Why are there 3 different ones though? Where's combatant preset? Okay, another rabbit hole to go down. We need to find this Warlords Combatant preset. First thing we're gonna do is scroll through this because it looks like it's something that should be indented. Okay, so we're gonna keep looking through competing sides here. Okay, local side, we already know it's taking side array, which is right here, west, east, and resistance, and subtracting competing sides, which is east, west, west, resistance. That. But it's getting modified by Warlords Combatant preset. I think. Change sector ownership. Another reason I'm looking through all this is I want to make sure this, when I make this change that I'm going to be making, it's going to be a failsafe. Okay, so competing sides, if we go back to go. That was not what I wanted. Okay, I need to find this VARs init again. There we go, VARs init. Thank you. Alright, let's go back to our search. Oh, okay, so this is the init server part. Okay. I remember this file. I apologize for being quiet. I'm just like really deep in reading here. So far, I haven't seen anything. I don't think it's gonna stop my plan from working. Wow, this sector init code is nuts, dude. Yeah, that would be an entire night trying to understand that code. Set up new warlord. It's basically starting a new player up. Oh yeah, I remember this code. This is what was stopping site switching. Yeah. Okay, we've gone through all of them. I don't see anything that's going to stop me from making this change that I'm going to do. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back to the vars init. Let's see here. Okay, this is us. Okay, so we're only going to modify this variable which I put in, local side all. And this is going to be the only place it's going to get called, is going to be in the populate sector SQF. So it means there's the only impact that this could possibly have on the mission is going to be in the populate sector FQF. And we're going to roll back here. Left that. And I'm going to do a straight up copy paste. Okay, so let's talk about what we've done here and what our expected results to be and how we're going to test it in game. Okay, so this is the populate sector SQF. So when a AO gets put on a sector, this ends up getting called, and it's like, okay, how many vehicles am I going to spawn? And it starts off with this if statement: if side equals, and in this case it's going to be Warlords local side all, and we can go back here and look in here and see how that's defined. Warlords cycle all is now defined as bis sides array, and then we go back here and look how that's defined. Bis sides arrays east, west, and resistance. So that if statement will now always be true whenever you put an AO on the town. So it means this populates vehicles will always run, whereas before what it was doing was it was taking local side, which was sides array, minus competing sides, which are east and west. So the AI was not spawning when the town was owned by op4 or blue4, which meant this code, this rest of this if statement would not run. It would only run if it was a AAF resistance town. But now this sides equals should be all 3 sides. Then the rest of this code should run. And we're not worried about the rest of the code, we're just worried about this if statement at the top. So, and we already have our comment here from the original, so if it goes bad, we can just do this. And our expected behavior in game, since my local server I can't test op4 or blue4, but I know if this code runs as resistance, then it's seeing the one of the 3 right here in this size array, because it's essentially we're using the side array as our variable. In fact, I should probably just stick that in there, but I don't want to risk any other part of the code. So we're going to use our own independent variable, which is a repeat of that one. Yeah, I gotta do some Googling. One second, guys. I'm figure out in the world what hashtag means in C++. Oh, look at that top Google search. Boom. Getting the feeling that this is some kind of define command or something. That was completely useless. Okay, well, I'm just gonna guess it's a define. I can't seem to find an answer on Google. I wonder if that's what's messing it up. Because it's pre-defining, we're just gonna assume this hashtag in C++ means define because like it's you define include and then you put that in there, so you're defining what to include. I've seen enough of this in this code where I'm pretty sure that's what it means. So its default is 0. That's gonna be our wildcard right there. If this doesn't work initially, we're gonna get rid of this define as 0. See what happens. But our expected result is if this works for resistance, we know it's running off this variable right here, which is going to be resistance east and west, which means we're very confident that it will work for op4 and blue4, even though I won't be able to test it. And it's going to be a fail-safe situation because if the indies are spawning and op4 and blue4 aren't spawning, then the situation hasn't changed at all. So we're in a fail-safe condition, which is good. I actually have to go to the bathroom, so... start this game up. I think we played last game as Blue Forest. We'll play as Upboard this time. Try to find an easy sector. Or a couple easy sectors. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we'll take Gravia, and then we'll go take military. And if we see the helicopter spawn at military, then we know the code works. So that'd be a very easy way to do this.
Warlords Redux
Alright, I'm gonna go to the
initialized.
bathroom quick. Be right back.
Voting for the next sector. Select sector. Sector selected.
Hey, I'm back. I totally should have called those AI in before I went AFK.
Select drop zone. Airdrop.
Oh
in
no.
progress.
Okay, tell you what, since I didn't give myself the cheat CP, I'm gonna be a little more cautious. Okay, and just wait for these dudes to get in, and off we go. Normally I would have just fast traveled and then jumped in, but I don't actually have enough CP to like go there and call these dudes in if something happened. Slumming it. It's default CP. Okay, my marker's over there. So this first town there will be no vehicles because it's connected to base, but the next town we attack should be a vehicle eligible town. This was literally probably the most obtuse possible way to get out of this town. I even have my GPS up, but I'm not using it. Okay, we're about 600 meters out. Use our sector scan aimbot mode.
Select sector. Incoming sector scan.
Yep, there they go. Kill the ball. Should be a pretty quick town to cap. Actually, it has a lot of roads. Though I think the road code only works for vehicles, so. Forgetting right now. It's been a while since I looked at the infantry spawning code.
Terminated.
Come on, what did you do right in front of us? Thank you. Wow, behind us. Turn around. I didn't take a single Moz shot this entire run. There's a dude with the Moz right there. Shoot him. Okay, good stuff. There's a dude with a Moz about ready to blast us. Right there, dude. Oh, even worse, he has a Titan. Did you not kill him, dude? It's kind of interesting. AI couldn't. He definitely had the drop on me. He could have shot me with that Titan.
Sector seized.
Okay, so now we're gonna attack military, and we'll know real fast if this worked if we see a helicopter or jet.
Select sector.
If not, we'll have to drive up there and look around for vehicles. Is there a road that goes over there? It is. I'm on it. Yay.
Sector selected.
I'm not hearing or seeing anything yet. This is not the most encouraging sign. Yep. I think we're gonna be 0 for 2 tonight, boys. So there was a helicopter or jet. I would have seen it by now. Do a quick spin just to make sure there's... Already look, definitely not connected to base. Oops. Whoops. Did I really just get this tank stuck? There we go. I could just do a sector scan. Tell me there's something in there.
Incoming sector scan.
Yeah, there's no vehicles. That place should definitely have had a vehicle. Okay, so we know that failed. So now we're going to try to get rid of that define 0 thing. I don't know why that would be messing it up, but... Full disclosure, I have literally no clue what that's going to do, but I know that variable's only called in a single thing. So we can... So we'll know if something goes wrong. I really don't have very high hopes at this point for that working, because that was such a minuscule change. Okay, last game was up 4, this game blew 4. Oh, that sucks. It's connected to base. I could test this anywhere, but I'd like to test it versus helicopter. Or helipad. Ooh, this will be a great one to test on. Okay, so we're going to attack Ionia. Then we're going to attack here, which is one of the most difficult sectors in the game to attack. So you guys get to watch me die. And I definitely sucks because I forgot.
Select sector.
Yeah, we're going to have to actually be really careful with this one.
Select drop zone.
Because there's going to be like no enemies to kill for CP here in Ionia.
Sector selected.
Oh. That did break something. And we know exactly what script broke. Okay, so something I haven't showed you guys yet. This is a good thing to learn. The RPT files. I really hope I created a shortcut to these RPT files, because I do not remember where the heck they were at. We're going to be digging for a little while, guys. I don't remember. So I need to go look at a report. Crash report or... Oh, hopefully... Nope. Look at my desktop. See if I... Nope. Okay, R3. Okay, that was this morning. There we go, right here. Okay, so what I did is under local file users, your name, app data, local arm3, and you're looking for this RPT file. Why are you doing this to me, game? Okay, so this is ARMA3 report file. This is how you diagnose when you screw up. And we're lucky because we actually know exactly what we screwed up. Okay, cool. So that thing you see in game was this code right here. This. So that's why it's defined as 0. Okay, so yeah, it was looking for something that it didn't find, because I remembered that defined 0. So it's no longer defined as it was. Why is it saying count instead of count? Okay, cool. Well, we are 0 for 2 for the night. Good times. We know this didn't work, so we're going to discard that change. And we know the vars init change didn't work, so we're going to discard that change. And we know some random position moving did not work. Whatever that was. Okay, so we're reset. We are big fat 0 on the night. Not done doesn't work. Big sad face. We did slightly improve the helicopter code, so I guess we're like 1 for 3 or something tonight. So yeah, so this might be a long stream, might be a short stream. Since everything we tried failed tonight, it's short stream. No reason to keep going. I don't have any more ideas at the moment. Big sad. So maybe I'll jump on officials or something. Who knows? Or I'll jump on the actual server, see if it's running. So I see you guys are out, but that's it for the programming section of the stream. Someday, mark my words, I'll get the airplanes on the carrier